Have you ever felt like your body's slowing down, even though you eat well, stay active, and do everything right? You stretch, you move, you try your best, but something still feels off. The legs don't feel as steady. Everyday things take just a little more effort. What if the real reason isn't your age, but a habit you do every day without realizing it? And what if changing it could help you hold on to the one thing that matters most, your freedom? The hidden problem, what most seniors never hear about. Every year, more than 300,000 older adults in the US are hospitalized after a fall. Not because they're careless, but because their muscles quietly weakened over time. It often starts small, a little stiffness getting up, a slight unsteadiness while walking. You chalk it up to getting older, but what if it's not just age? There's a hidden condition called sarcopenia, and it affects millions of seniors, often without warning. You don't feel it happening until one day, everyday movements feel harder, and your independence starts slipping away. But here's the part most people never hear. This loss of strength isn't unavoidable, and with the right habits backed by real science, you can slow it down or even reverse it. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. In this video, we're going to explore one powerful daily habit and 6 more you can build in to help restore muscle strength, balance, and confidence, even in your 70s and beyond. If you're watching this and thinking that's me, go ahead and type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your story matters, and we'd love to hear from you. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe. These are the kinds of health tips no one else is talking about, made just for you. Habit number 7, add a little good stress to stay strong. Do you ever feel like your legs tighten up after sitting too long? Or notice that your energy dips, even if you've had a good night's sleep? Here's something you might not expect. One of the best-kept secrets among strong, independent older adults is a type of challenge called hormetic stress. It sounds technical, but it's simple. Mild, short-term stressors that actually make your body stronger over time, instead of wearing it down. According to researchers at the Buck Institute for Aging, these small challenges, like temperature shifts or short bursts of muscle effort, help trigger your body's repair systems, improve energy at the cellular level, and keep muscle tissue more resilient as you age. For example, ending your shower with 30 seconds of cold water may not sound pleasant, but it can activate circulation, reduce inflammation, and send a powerful recovery signal to your muscles. On the other end, regular sauna use just a few times a week has been shown to boost special heat proteins that protect muscle cells. In one Finnish study, older adults who used a sauna 4 to 7 times a week lost 40% less muscle over a 10-year period. Another gentle but powerful stressor, time-restricted eating. This simply means eating all your meals within an 8 to 10-hour window each day without cutting calories. It's not about dieting or skipping meals. You still eat the same nourishing food. You just give your body a longer break between the last meal of the day and the next. And studies show that this simple rhythm can support energy, improve muscle quality, and enhance how your body repairs itself without causing weight loss. And finally, one of the most accessible forms of good stress is something called overcoming isometrics, pushing or pulling against something that doesn't move. For example, press your hands together firmly for 5 to 10 seconds, or push your palms into a wall. These short bursts activate muscle fibers, increase strength, and do it all without straining your joints. Now here's the key. These small stresses work because they're short and followed by rest. You don't need to do them every day or push too hard. Just a few times a week, listen to your body and build up slowly. Because sometimes staying strong isn't about doing more. It's about doing just enough to wake the system up. And that little nudge can make a world of difference. Habit number 6, spread out your protein to build muscle better. If you're like many older adults, you probably eat a light breakfast, a modest lunch, and save most of your protein for dinner. But here's the thing. When you eat, your protein matters just as much as how much. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to protein. It's called anabolic resistance, and it means your body doesn't build or repair muscle as easily as it used to, especially if all your protein comes in one big meal at the end of the day. The good news? A study from the University of Texas found that when older adults spread their protein intake evenly across breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they gained more muscle in just 12 weeks without changing anything else. The sweet spot is 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. That might sound like a lot, but it's easier than you think. Start your morning with something protein-rich, like eggs, yogurt, or a smoothie. At lunch and dinner, include a lean source of protein, whether it's fish, poultry, tofu, or beans. You don't need to overthink it. Just build each meal around one good protein choice. Think of it like sending your muscles 3 friendly reminders a day to stay strong. And when you spread those reminders out, your body listens and responds. Habit number 5, get your vitamin D levels in check. Most people know vitamin D is important for bone health, but fewer realize how deeply it affects muscle strength, balance, and fall prevention. And for older adults, it's often the missing link. Studies from Harvard show that vitamin D helps switch on key genes involved in muscle repair and performance. A major study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that seniors with healthy vitamin D levels had 25% more muscle strength, better coordination, and fewer issues with balance. But here's the problem. As we age, our skin produces less vitamin D from sunlight. By your 70s, your body might be making only half as much as it used to, even if you spend time outside. That's why low vitamin D is so common and so easy to miss. To keep your levels in the ideal range, many experts recommend 2,000 to 4,000 IU per day from a combination of food, sunshine, and supplements. Try to get 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun when you can, and eat vitamin D-rich foods like salmon, egg yolks, or fortified dairy. And don't forget vitamin K2, especially if you're supplementing. K2 helps direct calcium into your bones and keeps it out of your arteries where it doesn't belong. But here's the key. Don't guess. Next time you see your doctor, write down a note to ask for a vitamin D test. It's a quick blood test that can show you exactly where you stand. If your level is below 20 nanograms per milliliter, it's considered low. Aim for above 40. That's the range where muscle strength and balance really improve. Because when your vitamin D is where it should be, you don't just feel steadier, you move through life with more strength and confidence. Habit number 4, keep inflammation in check every single day. There's a hidden force that quietly chips away at your strength as you age, and it's not just time. It's something scientists now call inflammaging, a low-grade, chronic inflammation that speeds up muscle loss, slows recovery, and makes your efforts feel less effective, even when you're doing all the right things. Here's how it works. Inflammation breaks down muscle proteins faster than your body can rebuild them. It also blocks the signals that tell your muscles to grow stronger after activity or a high-protein meal. That means you could be eating well, exercising, even lifting weights, and still losing ground. A major study from Tufts University found that seniors with high inflammation lost muscle 3 times faster than those with lower levels, regardless of diet or activity. So what do strong, thriving seniors do differently? First, they prioritize good sleep, and not just hours in bed, but quality rest. Even one poor night can raise inflammation markers by 40%. Keep a steady bedtime, wind down with something calm, and make your bedroom quiet and dark. Second, they support their gut, but in a simple way. As we age, gut bacteria shift in ways that can trigger more inflammation. Just adding more colorful, plant-based foods, along with fermented choices like yogurt or sauerkraut, can help restore balance and reduce that hidden fire inside the body. You don't need complicated diets or routines. A little more color on your plate, a little more rest at night, and your body starts healing from within. Because the truth is, you may not feel inflammation, but your muscles do. And calming it could be the secret to holding on to your strength for years to come. Habit number 3, support your muscles with key micronutrients. Building strength isn't just about lifting weights or eating protein. Your body also needs specific vitamins and minerals, what we call micronutrients, to actually turn food into usable energy and muscle. Let me tell you about Helen. She's 74, lives on her own, and started noticing her grip wasn't as strong as it used to be. Her doctor discovered she was low in magnesium, a mineral that supports muscle movement, sleep, and energy. So she made a few small changes, added leafy greens, a handful of almonds, even a bit of dark chocolate after dinner. A few weeks later, she felt steadier and more like herself again. Magnesium is just one piece. There's also creatine, not just for bodybuilders, but for anyone who wants to stay strong. Just 3 to 5 grams a day, paired with light strength training, can help older adults gain strength and even boost mental clarity. Then there's vitamin B12, which becomes harder to absorb with age, especially if you're taking antacids or diabetes meds like metformin. Low B12 can affect your legs, your balance, and even your memory. The most effective form is called methylcobalamin, easier for the body to use. And finally, don't forget about trace minerals like zinc, selenium, and chromium. These support everything from muscle recovery to blood sugar control, and even small deficiencies can slow you down. So how do you know if you're low? Ask your doctor about a micronutrient panel. It's a simple blood test, available at most clinics or through a lab your doctor can refer you to. It only takes a few minutes, and it gives you a clear picture of what your body might be missing, so you can target the gaps and avoid wasting money on supplements you don't need. Because sometimes, what's holding your strength back isn't something big, it's something small that no one ever thought to check. Habit number 2, keep the brain-muscle connection strong. Most people think losing strength is just about muscles getting smaller, but in truth, your muscles can't work at all unless your brain is talking to them clearly. Every time you move, whether it's standing up, catching your balance, or lifting a bag, your brain sends a signal through your nervous system to activate your muscles. And as we age, those connections, the brain-to-muscle wiring, can weaken, even before the muscles do. It's like having strong appliances in your home, but with frayed wires behind the walls. But here's the good news. You can keep those signals strong and even sharpen them with the right habits. One of the best ways is through movement that combines focus, coordination, and reaction. Think Tai Chi, dancing, playing ping pong, or even learning a simple routine that forces your brain and body to stay in sync. A 2020 study found that seniors who practiced this kind of movement twice a week had 31% better neuromuscular function than those who didn't. Another powerful tool? Deep rhythmic breathing. Just 5 minutes of box breathing. Inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding again, can help stimulate a key nerve that strengthens communication between your brain and muscles. And best of all, you can do it sitting in a chair. You can also support these brain-muscle signals through nutrition, like B vitamins and healthy fats, which feed your nervous system. You may hear about supplements like alpha-lipoic acid or acetyl L-carnitine, and while they do show promise, it's best to talk with your doctor before adding anything new. Start simple. More leafy greens, more omega-3s, and fewer processed foods can go a long way. And here's something you might not expect. Exercising your brain also helps your muscles. A study from Columbia University found that older adults who played memory games, puzzles, or learned new skills had better physical coordination and muscle response, because the brain and body share many of the same communication pathways. So don't just train your muscles, train the connection. Because when your brain and body work together, you don't just feel stronger, you move through the world with more confidence. Habit number 1, progressive resistance training, the ultimate anti-aging strategy. If there's one habit that stands out above all the rest, it's this: resistance training that gradually becomes more challenging over time. Study after study confirms it. Progressive strength training isn't just good for your muscles. It's one of the most powerful anti-aging tools we have. But here's what most people get wrong. They think walking, light stretching, or water aerobics are enough to hold on to strength after 60. While those are great for general movement, they don't challenge your muscles in the way needed to truly maintain or rebuild what time tries to take away. The key is progressive overload, a fancy term that simply means increasing the challenge little by little. That might be lifting slightly heavier weights, doing more repetitions, or slowing down the movement to increase muscle tension. Even simple exercises like wall push-ups, squats to a chair, or lifting grocery bags can become powerful tools if you push just far enough to feel your muscles working without straining. One study from McMaster University found that older adults who trained at a higher intensity, just twice a week, gained more muscle in 2 weeks than others did in 5 weeks of gentler effort. And research from the University of Alabama showed that people in their 70s and 80s who started resistance training gained an average of 3.3 pounds of muscle and improved their strength by over 30% in just 12 weeks. The message is clear. It's never too late. Even starting small, 2 30-minute sessions per week can lead to life-changing results. And with proper guidance from a trainer or physical therapist, it can be safe, joint-friendly, and deeply rewarding. Because the real risk isn't lifting something heavy. The real risk is not lifting at all and slowly losing the strength that keeps you independent. So if you take just one habit from this video, let it be this. Challenge your muscles regularly and gently. Your future self will thank you. You don't have to settle. You can build strength at any age. It's easy to believe that getting older means giving things up. Mobility, energy, balance, strength. But that's not the full story. What science is now showing us is something far more encouraging. You don't have to get weaker with age. You just have to get smarter with your choices. Whether it's spreading your protein out through the day, adding a short round of isometric pushes, getting a little sunlight, or learning a new skill that gets your brain and muscles firing together. Small habits really do add up. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need to run marathons. You just need to nudge your body gently, consistently, and with care. If resistance training sounds intimidating, start with bodyweight movements or light resistance bands. If inflammation is a concern, begin by improving sleep and adding a few colorful plant-rich meals each week. And if you haven't checked your vitamin D in a while, get that simple blood test. Every small step you take is a message to your body. I'm not giving up. Because the truth is, strength isn't just physical, it's also mental, emotional, and deeply personal. It's about showing up for your future self, one thoughtful choice at a time. You still have so much power, and now you also have the tools. A stronger future starts with one step. These 7 habits aren't magic. They won't change everything overnight, but practiced gently, consistently, and with care, they can help you move better, feel stronger, and stay independent longer. Just like the superagers who inspire us every day. Now it's your turn. Are you already practicing any of these habits? Which one surprised you the most? Do you know someone in their golden years who still amazes you with their strength and energy? Drop us a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. You never know. Your words might be the encouragement someone else needs to take that very first step. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and hit that subscribe button for more uplifting, science-backed health tips made just for you. You still have so much power, and now you also have the tools. Your strongest years aren't behind you. They start today.